hut, making marks in the dirt and with sticks. My sister looked up at me with shock, and shook her head with a sad face. I walked into the house and father said, "Where you been, boy?" Shocked, I looked at my mom, then back at my father, and said, "I went to play with Kanjadi." In that moment, my mother said, "Son, you have chores, go to them." My father looked at me and said loudly, "Go now." My mother always had a way of calming my father down from his heated ways of thinking. That day of yelling was not meant for me. She knew he was not having a good day because of not having the means to provide for our family. But his kids did not know this. We just thought he was mad at us. One evening, I overheard my mother say to my father, "You can't take anger out on your children. For what you know and see, they do not understand." My mother would say to them, "Your son Bente knows how you feel about his friend Sanji." I've known. He looked at my mother and said loudly, "Silly, I did not know this. You had no right to hide this from your husband. I am in charge of this family. Let the children lead." I saw her face standing outside the hut, looking back at him in desperate manner, saying this. He got up from the chair, walked out the house, looked at me standing outside and said, "Son, go play. Stop listening to grown folks talk." I said I wasn't. Evening came, mother cooked cornmeal and fish. My mother's a good cook. She would bend people's garments to trade for food. She made sure our bellies were always full. I knew our struggles, and during the still of the night, I stay awake thinking about the dreams of beyond my village. My father, a good job. My mother having a bigger hut than the others who seemed to have more. My little brothers learning to read and write better, and my sister one day getting married, and for me to become a man and go away. To be continued. And I have a little piece for the fantasy sci-fi thing. It's called A Dream and a Life. I think about going away to where people of closed minds don't exist. A place of peace and tranquility, the beauty of mind and physical form. God has placed a perfect setting for human existence. Birds of color, blue clear waters, ocean waves that make love to rocks, making landscapes create new uncharted earth. Undersea worlds of creatures great and small. A human life that holds no evil or betrayal. A dream of peace and love. Thank you.